Aha, look me.
We're here again.
Ta-da.
All right.
We
Welcome.
good? Welcome.
So, are we going to start with our introductions?
Yes, let's start with our introductions.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Sure. So, welcome everybody. My name is Bridgette Wilson. I am a choreographer, a teacher, a dancer. I am the principal of Caribbean School of Dancing, but my greatest joy really is being able to spend time with children and just help them in whatever ways that I can. So I really do miss spending time in the studio with all my children recently. So this is just a great opportunity for me to share not just with those children who know me, but with all the children in Trinidad and Tobago and beyond who are tuning in right now. So
Yeah.
happy to be here. So thank you, Read2Me, for letting me be part of this. Over to you.
Thank you, Bridget, and thank you, and welcome to Read2Me. And it's a lovely Sunday evening, and we hope everybody all settled down and ready and have their drinks by the side and their popcorn as we get ready to read to you. My name is Wendell Manwarren, and I am part of Tricanal Rapso Group, but the kiddies might know what that is. I've also been working with Lilliput Children's Theatre for the last 30 years, and that really is my pride and joy, working with young people, getting to see them blossom and use their imagination and their creativity. And most of them, even if you don't go on to be an actor or singer or dancer, they go on to do wonderful things with the rest of their life. I'm an avid reader, so it's a pleasure to be on board with this project. So you ready to go, Bridget? Do you want to get them the recap? Oh, and we want to thank Val, Mickey, and Anya for their wonderful reading last night.
They started off our story yesterday. So we're going to give a little recap about what Lulu was up to yesterday for those of you who may not have been here with us. So Lulu is an elf, like me. I'm an elf right now. Lulu is an elf in Santa's workshop, and she was sent on a mission to Trinidad to have. She doesn't know what her mission was. It was like a secret mission, and she was concerned because all she ever did was cookies. So she didn't know why Santa sent her to Trinidad. And when she got here, she met a little girl. Does anybody remember the girl's name? Type the answer into your comment box. If you know the girl's name, you have 5 seconds. So when you count with me, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Anybody has an answer?
Let's see.
Let's give them a few seconds.
Well, I see there are plenty of people joining, but I ain't seen an answer yet.
We'll see. I'm sure somebody has the answer.
Yeah, man.
No, it's not Amy.
Not Amy, unfortunately, no.
Not Amy. It starts with an L.
L, yeah.
Not
Zolan? Hey, Zolan, greetings. Welcome.
Lizzy.
Lizzy, yeah.
Good job. So, good job for remembering her name. So, Lizzy and Lulu, they went out to the parks, they went to the pond, and there was so much water. They were splishing and splashing. And remember, Uncle Val was being Lulu, and they fell into the pond. And what animal did they see in that pond? What animal did they touch in the pond? Who remembers that one? We're going to have another countdown. Wendell, are you ready?
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
5,
4.
4.
3,
2,
1. Okay, yes.
A frog.
Good job.
Somebody real paying attention.
Good job remembering.
I hate frogs.
Remember this story, and they didn't like frogs. I don't like frogs.
I don't like frogs at all. I would have been mortified if I fell in that pond.
Same. So I'm glad it was Lulu and not me.
Yeah.
After that, they had a fun day. They watched the sunset, and then Lulu and Lizzy walked back home. They got to Lizzy's home first, and they met a very nice lady. Who remembers that lady's name? There's one. Who remembers her name?
I'm stumped.
Down time?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
What's her name?
Ooh. Somebody says frogs are better than
They
flies.
are better than flies. What's the lady's name? This is a hard one.
Yeah, that one hard.
That one is hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have to give them that one.
Everybody gave up so far? All right. No. Okay.
Nope,
So
no takers on that one.
Is Mrs. Tom. No, Amy. Her name is Mrs. Tom.
Mrs. Tom.
So Lulu met Mrs. Tom, and in the end, after a little discussion, Lulu realized, well, she was told, yes, somebody got Mrs. Tom.
Yeah, they got Mrs. Tom. A little late, but they got it.
Yep. Probably delayed feed. But Lizzy is a child at an orphanage.
That's where she discovered, right? She didn't realize that all along.
Yeah. So that's when Lulu realized that this is probably why Santa sent her to Trinidad and sent her to meet Lizzy, so she could help the children at the orphanage. Yeah. So she gave Santa a call, and they had a little chat, and they decided that they were going to do something special for these children. So that's where we've left off. And
that's where we pick it up.
Yep.
That's where we pick it up. Nice.
Yep.
So you ready to dive in?
Ready to go, everyone?
Yeah, there we go. You do a countdown to the story?
Sure. Get ready with the pictures.
There we go. You have my pictures lined up.
Good. So
5, 4,
3,
2,
1.
Story time. Auntie Bridgette, get them.
Okay. I went to discuss it all with Mrs. Tom, and she told me how kind the neighbors were to the kids all the time, taking them out for treats sometimes and buying them ice cream when the days were hot. And she wished she could do something to thank them for their kindness at Christmas and all year round. That's where I come in, Ice Cream. We will bake cookies together and deliver them to the neighbors, all while singing Christmas carols. I shrieked excitedly. Mrs. Tom loved the idea. We discussed the best day to use the kitchen, and it was set. I called back Santa that night and told him what we had planned to do, and he was excited to help. And you were worried you wouldn't know what to do. That's a great idea. I will send down supplies with Comet and Prancer, your co-pilots. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
He said while laughing his big belly laugh. Everybody, let's give a ho, ho, ho. And ho, 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 ho. Thank you so much, Santa, I laughed back into the phone. The afternoon before the big cookie day, Comet and Prancer dropped off the supplies from Santa, and everything was set. One more night, and it would be the weekend.
Ooh. The weekend had arrived. Lulu's baking camp was about to begin. All the kids had on aprons and were super excited. All the ingredients to make the cookie dough was set out on one table. Each kid took turns putting the ingredients in or measuring out stuff. Lizzy asked about the magic ingredient. I winked at her and told her I would tell her later. We rolled out dough and cut out the Christmas shapes, and flour was everywhere. Laughter filled the room. We put the cookies in the oven, and before we knew it, the oven went ding! It was icing time, the fun part. Yeah, the cookies were cooled and icing had begun. There were sprinkles and icing everywhere. Before I could tell them the golden rule of icing, don't squeeze the bag too tight, splat! Icing was all over Lizzy and Mike's face. We laughed and laughed while the icing dried. We sang Christmas carols and cleaned up. Mrs. Tom told us we would go tomorrow to give out the cookies as it was the 23rd of December. That's you, Bridge.
Yep.
Yep.
Or as I call it, Christmas Adam.
Oh, yes, Christmas Adam.
All right.
Eve of Christmas Eve.
The next day, I met everyone outside Lizzy's house, and off we went. The first house was across the road. It was Mr. Norris's. One of the kids rang the doorbell, and we all stood in a line. As soon as Mr. Norris opened the door, we started singing. Everybody knows this one? You better watch out. You better
not.
not.
You better not.
Out. I'm
telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to
town.
I'm clearly not a singer, guys.
Yeah, sing along.
Oh,
I would dance next time.
Next. Even Mr. Norris joined in the singing. At the end of the song, Lizzy took one of the platters of cookies and presented it to him and said, "Merry Christmas, and thank you for being so kind to us kids all year," and gave him a big hug. Mr. Norris's eyes sparkled when he got his cookies, and that made me feel great. We went from house to house presenting everyone around with our gifts till they were all done.
Nice. After we left all the neighbors with the biggest smiles on their faces, we sang carols all the way back to the orphanage. Mrs. Tom invited me in for some sorrel juice. She grew the bush in the backyard and every Christmas would make juice from its flowers. It was a tradition in Trinidad and Tobago, and it was yummy. After I was done with my juice, I asked Mrs. Tom if I could speak to her quietly as I had a plan, and I would need her help, a special surprise for all the kids. I explained to Lizzy and the kids that I had to head back to the North Pole tomorrow, and it was so much fun meeting them. I knew I would miss them terribly, so I promised that I would keep in touch. They all gathered around me and gave me the biggest hug I ever got. I said my goodbyes and went back to my little cottage, but I was not done yet. I had a little surprise in my mind for all those wonderful kids. Now, it was just to organize it all.
I called Santa the instant I was back to make arrangements to surprise Lizzy and her friends at the orphanage. The plan was Prancer and Comet and my two best buddies, Spike and Captain Cruz, would bring the Christmas decorations to help decorate while the kids were sleeping. I was excited and tired, and I had a big day tomorrow, so I changed into my PJs and fell fast asleep in my little bed. 99. Big bang! I flew off my bed and then smiled when I realized it was Comet and Prancer who had landed on my roof. I ran outside in my favorite PJs and gave Captain Curls and Spike a great big hug. They reminded me we didn't have much time, so we headed straight to the orphanage with all the toys and decorations that Santa sent. I told those noisy reindeer to please land on the ground quietly, or they would wake up everyone.
We started decorating inside the house, and we had to be very careful as we did not want to wake anyone and spoil our surprise. Everyone knew what they had to do, and so we started. Captain Curls was on Christmas tree duty and putting the toys under the tree, and I hung the stockings. We had to be very careful to make sure there was one for each kid. As soon as we were done inside, we quickly moved on to the front yard. It was hard work keeping those guys quiet, but we got it all done without making too much noise. We strung lights in all the trees and put a wreath on the front door, then stuck a sign saying, "Santa stops here," just by the front gate. It all looked so amazing.
It's so amazing that my decorations are still up.
I know, it's the first thing I see, had decorations up, and
Lulu and her team did that.
Yeah.
I was so happy that we could do this for my new friends and could not wait for them to wake up and see their surprises. It was difficult to plan all of this, but Santa and my North Pole friends are amazing. There was just one more thing to do. While the others started to prepare to leave, I found a little piece of paper and started to write. My note was done. It said, "Dear kids, Merry Christmas from Lulu with a dash of sprinkles. P.S. Lizzy, the secret ingredients in my cookies are a pinch of kindness and a cup of love.
Oh, I like that. Say that again.
Yes. It's a pinch of kindness and a touch of love. A cup
Oh,
of love.
say that again. Say that
It's
again.
coming up again. It's coming up again. As I finished the note, I knew it was time to go. I sure am going to miss my new friends, but maybe Santa will have more adventures for me. We all piled into the sleigh and we were off to the North Pole, and just in time too, as it would soon be Christmas Day. So remember, kids, always add a
Pinch of kindness
and a
cup
of
of
love.
love.
That
Oh!
is the end.
Crick crack. Wire band story, and yeah, big respect. Hey, this is a great story.
I think it's
Very big up, Danielle Tatum. Danielle, yeah, self-published.
Daniel.
And the illustrations are amazing. So we have to big up Scott Saldiner, Aaron Schneider, and Nikolai Boswell Innes.
Yeah. I think it's excellent. I love the
Excellent.
I love the story.
Yeah.
So thank you.
I think, when the stores open, make sure go in the bookstore and get a copy of Lulu.
Yes, I think
and
it's a great book
dash of sprinkles.
I believe it's a series of Lulu books from speaking to one of my friends. So I think Lulu goes on many adventures.
Okay, nice.
Sure. Yes.
And it's not always Christmas?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, check out Lulu
Danielle
books.
can tell us.
Yeah. So big up to the Read2Me crew. I think it's a great initiative. And look out for more. So before we go, make sure and wash those hands.
Wash those hands. 20
Wash
seconds.
those hands. 20 seconds. Somebody say you have to sing happy birthday to me twice. And that's when you know it's 20 seconds.
Oh, really? We could sing the alphabet too.
Or you could do the alphabet, yeah?
Yeah.
Or you could sing, Begin to touch the road and wash my hands. Or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Wash your hands.
Ding dong.
Wash your hands.
How to change the song. We inside.
Oh, we inside.
Short time.
Thank you. Bridgette, you're great.
You
must do this again.
Great serendipity.
Yeah, big love.
Thank you very much for the Read2Me team. Have a great night, boys and girls of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, everybody be safe.
Daddies and grannies and grandpas and anybody who joined in tonight, thank you so much for joining us. And just have a great night. Wash those hands.
Don't forget the magic ingredients. Sprinkle kindness.
And a cup
of love. Yeah, man. Give thanks. Big love.
Good night, everyone.
We gone. How we just do this?
Press end.
Oh, okay. You gotta press end.
I press
then
it.
it will go.